So I want to talk about something that everybody knows about. You've already probably seen it a billion times over, but I want to talk about Destiny going against Psychic Pebbles and all the animated community and really the artists in general. Because I want this to continue into in a sense that we should do kind of akin to what voting for Trump was, is that we kind of fuck around enough to the point where it's like, wait, holy shit, Trump won? In this case, it's like, oh wait, shit, animators don't make any money? Artists and designers and people who put hours and hours of effort into their work don't make money from this? Let's help them make money. So you guys know, if you are a fan of my channel, you guys know that I'm helping at work and trying to build a business that essentially helps create this network that allows artists, animators, designers, logo artists, sound editors, artists, rappers, in that type of sense. Like, I want to create a network that allows these people to have a way to properly charge and properly have safe distribution between the entire internet. And if you are an artist or a designer, animator, singer, any of that shit, please hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter is @pantslessgamers. Please, I need to talk to you guys because I need your input on this type of stuff. But let's get to the real topic, which is Destiny going at it against these fucking animators and these artists. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch all of the debate between him and Sargon, which sucks because it was really intense and I had my own things to do. But here's what's driving me absolutely fucking mental is that he's sticking to his guns. He's sticking and saying that, oh, the fucking animator is privileged and entitled. He's making $250,000. And he's not letting go of this fact. Now, here's the thing. What he's doing is just bringing light to the fact that animators are severely underrepresented in the fucking community, at least on YouTube, that is. You know, these people who put days and days and weeks and months into art and effort and try to get one big thing to actually be like a trend or to actually become, like, I guess you could say, YouTube famous. Like, they're severely fucked over. And to an extent, it's like, you know, imagine if you went to school, you spent so many years learning a craft and a trade, and you tried to really focus and try to become the best that you could in this one thing, only to find out that there's no work for you, and the money you make is like $20,000 a year, $30,000 a year. I mean, I don't know the exact average amount that animators make, but the point is that there's a ton of people who can do this stuff, and they pay you dog shit. They pay you garbage. And the people who are the top tier, you know, your Psychic Pebbles, your Oni, your Ego Raptors, all those, Rice Pirate, all those guys, they got there because they were early into the game. They were able to find a style that went viral. And now, how do animators even get big? How do artists even get big anymore? And actually, I'll tell you guys, here's a really good tip that pretty much, as much as I hate to say it, every fucking animator or designer or artist has to fucking do this. It sucks, but I kind of say you have to do this. And that is that you essentially need to take big YouTubers and just make rips of what they're making. Like, the big example I can give you is Jesse Cox and Total Biscuit and all those guys who do the podcast. I'm blanking on the name for the podcast. Like, there's an animator who has a specific Patreon made so that he can make the animations, or she, I don't know, they can make the animations for the show that they will use to upload on Total Biscuit's channel. I mean, think about how fucking crazy that is. This person does so much time and effort into making it that they made a separate Patreon to help fund this person just be able to make, like, I think it was like once a month animations. How much work and effort is that for one person to try to do? And a little tiny amount of money that they're making for the amount of work that they have to do. That's bullshit in my opinion. Animators, if you really want to have success in this community, if you really want artists, if you want to be able to grow and you try to grow your name, I got into a conversation with somebody on Twitter about this, is you have to just mimic what other people are doing. Popular clips, trending videos, just make an artist rendition of that. Even if it's like a comic strip, or if it's like an animation, or if it's just like 3D development, you know, you get actually like layouts and shit like that. I doubt anybody's doing that, but the point is that that's the only way you can grow anymore. And you have to figure out a way that you can constantly pump that out. And any animator, any artist, anyone will tell you that takes a long fucking time to do. And that is really the worst part about it, is that you don't have time to expand and grow if you really want to do YouTube as like your job. You really want to be able to professionally create this stuff. You don't have time. Time's not on your side. You can look at Uber Danger and the amount of time he puts into making montages in League of Legends. Even though that's technically not art and animation, the amount of time you have to dedicate to making every individual frame as perfect as it could be so that it lines up, and then telling a story and then narrating and voice acting and all this shit, it takes so much time. the general recommendation that I see all the time is like, oh, just keep working hard at it and eventually you'll get big. And I'm like, no, it sucks. Imagine having to work for 10 years for that just to get to the point where you're like, oh, I can make a livable income now? Fucking thanks. 10 years. Or 7 years even some cases. Like you can get really fucking lucky and get less than that. But that's the thing that sucks, is that there's hundreds of thousands of people who do art. There's probably thousands that are actually trying to do this professionally. And people are getting screwed over. The fucking prices are getting undercut. So guys, again, like, I'm glad this conversation's opening up. This really does need to be out there. We need to realize that artists, animators, all those people who take the time behind the scenes that do all that work, editors, they need to be fairly compensated for that. If you're any one of those things, or even if you're a YouTuber, please send me a tweet or send me a DM. I would love to fucking get some insight from you, because I want to create the platform that essentially creates a fair and equal trade market between people who are developing and people who are creating, people who are animating, people who are designing, all that shit. I want to help do that. And my biggest takeaway from this argument is now we have eyes on it. We have people looking into this conversation. We have people realizing that these people are severely underrepresented. Please take the time now, look into it. Start, supporting local artists. Start doing shit like this, because nobody else is. Now, granted, I know there's a small minority of people who actually need artwork like that done, but my point still remains. Do what you can. Try as hard as you can to help out. Spread the word to some great artists. Share some love. I love all you guys. I'll see you in the next video. And I'm sorry I got a little ranty here. But again, I mean, I have a perfect opportunity here to bring out this message saying that artists are severely underrepresented, underpaid, underappreciated. And I'd love to create a fair trade platform for them that they'd be able to fairly exchange their services. And not only just be like, oh, hey, I've got this great portfolio of artwork, but be able to get paid and make a livable income off of the amazing work that some of these people do. I love all you guys. I'll see you in the next video.